Hi, this is Michael Uslan. You're listening to Batman on Film.
I'm vengeance.
I have given a name to my pain.
The Batman.
Always waiting for some Batman to save you.
It's simple. We kill the Bat of Gotham. I'm Batman.
Hey now, welcome to episode number 42 of the Batman on Film Social Hour. I am the founder of Batman on Film, Bill, Jett, Ramey, and with me are my two favorite boys. Well, I can't pick favorites, can I?
No. You just did,
but whatever. I got two of four of
there you go.
Of my favorites and my BOF senior contributors. Ryan Lauer and Peter Verra. How y'all doing, boys?
Good.
Great.
Good.
I know y'all grown-ass men, but, you know, y'all my boys still. So
Got it.
that's the way it's going to be. Got to deal with that shit. So
Yes, sir.
all right. How's everybody doing? What's been going on? Now, you know what? I've got some feedback that people don't like our witty banter to open these shows up. What the hell? I mean,
I was surprised. You know, you figure you just kind of like want to warm up. I don't know.
yeah, you got to, you know, isn't it part of the charm of this show?
I guess. I mean, it's not like we're talking politics. What were we talking food?
The last, you know, I mean, there is this thing called fast forward.
Yeah.
You could skip 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Easy. So
Pretty easy. I mean, I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Bill, it's about 37 degrees and it's pretty gloomy here up in Northeast Indiana today. I don't know how it is down there in Texas.
it was 80 degrees yesterday.
I guess.
And it is now in the 40s. And tonight we're having a freeze. It's going to be 25.
We really will have no idea how to pack.
No, I told you that.
BOF
No, I
watch
told
party.
Pete that. No, it could be it could be freezing or it could be frickin' 90 on March 5th. And anybody from Texas is listening to this, but you know, this part of Texas knows what the hell I'm talking about. Mainly for all of Texas, to be honest. So, yeah, it could be. I mean, it's just no idea. Pack a jacket just in case, and then bring shorts and flip flops. So
this is like earth shattering to me. I figured like Texas, it's like rootin' tootin'.
I know that Pete always tells me. He says, I always think of Texas as being just hot as hell, you know?
Yeah. And he's like, he tells me it snows down there. I'm like, what do you mean it snows down there? He's like, we got like, I don't know, this a quarter of an inch. I'm like, that's like a light fluffing. Like, what?
Yes.
But it shuts down Texas. I'm like, really? I mean, Larry, you know what real snow is like.
Yeah.
I know what real snow's like, thanks to announcer Rachel.
I guess you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.
You've been up in Grev country. You know
that's not snow. That's Bumble. That's Bumble country.
I once
Bounce!
I'm not gonna I once dropped like this time of year. We drove to Minnesota for Christmas and we were coming back and got into a whiteout by the time we hit Minneapolis going south on I-35. Barely made it to Iowa. Pulled over, stayed in Mason City, Iowa overnight. Mm-hmm. Got up the next day. We're going to try to trek it down to at least Kansas City, Missouri area.
Barbecue. And
barely made it to Des Moines, Iowa, which was like literally from Mason City to Des Moines, maybe 2 hours, I think. It was like a 6-hour drive. White out and the ice continued. Stayed there. It was So yeah, I know cold weather. I know hot weather. And then what else I know? I know food. Anybody cooked anything good?
Actually, this weekend I'm not gonna cook anything crazy, but I'm gonna smoke a bologna.
Yeah, you told me that last time we did a show. Okay.
Yeah, I want to do that. I'm gonna go pick it up at the
Nice. That's interesting.
Amish market. Yeah.
Interesting. Ron, how about you?
I don't cook except for cereal. But I did go to a barbecue rib bar just the other day. And whenever I eat meat like a true man, I think of Pete. And yeah, I had a pound of rib tips.
Okay.
And some mild barbecue sauce. And yeah, it was
soft. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. And I was actually at the grocery store yesterday. I was going to send you this, Bill.
All right.
So that we can continue to delay and piss off listeners. There was a can in the grocery store, plant-based sauce gumbo. And I said, that's got to be fake. That's fake shit, right?
Look, I have used Gardein on occasion when I'm trying to eat decent, which is probably 90% of the time, to be honest.
Okay.
But that ain't gumbo. And
that's what I thought.
Take a permanent marker and scratch that gumbo off of that son of a bitch. Right.
I was like, God, I could just see if Bill's in here right now. He just swipe the whole damn row and get that out of here.
That's ridiculous.
I can't wait to have gumbo. I'm looking forward to the gumbo.
I've never had it. Can't wait to March.
Are you and the potato salad too?
I'm kicking it up. I mean, I'm not taking
gumbo guru.
I'm not taking any shortcuts on this one. I mean, I'm not. I'm just gonna put it that way. I mean, I'm ordering stuff from Cajun Grocery, CajunGrocer.com. I mean, straight from Louisiana. It's gonna be a good time had by all. And I did fix. I made. Speaking of, it's close. It's a Cajun deal. I made some red beans, andouille sausage and red beans. That's a Cajun thing. You ever had red beans and rice, cornbread on the side?
Not the Texas way.
Hell yeah. Well, that's a little bit Louisiana now.
Oh, okay.
A little bit Louisiana.
He just pulls out the twang. You see that?
Yeah. No, I am 1/4 Cajun. So yeah. So anyway, all right.
There we go.
Here we go. Let's talk some Batman. All right. First, I want to ask y'all. We're going to get to the Batman. That's going to be the finale. So, what did you all think about Ben Affleck saying that he is done making big IP movies? Were you shocked? Were you not shocked? And I say some of this tongue in cheek. So, and what did you think about the reaction, boys?
Well, it was kind of a cool back to back, just because I like the I wasn't able to listen to the whole interview, but him on Howard Stern. It's Howard Stern. I love long depth interviews because you can actually engage good conversation that way and not just quick snippets. He commented a little bit with Batman stuff, but hearing him there where he's coming from and then going back and rereading his comments, it doesn't surprise me because I think his most acclaimed work is not through IP material.
Yes.
Whether of writing and directing and acting. I think it's, for me immediately, I think the favorite thing of his he's ever done is The Town. I love that movie, beginning to end. Yeah. And then obviously Argo was fantastic.
Yes, it is.
And then Gone Baby Gone got him just got attention as a director. So it just really doesn't surprise me if he's, as an artist, that he wants to create his own things and participate in brand new things and just create something new rather than the restrictions and all the baggage with this IP material. And his comments that he made on the Howard Stern show about the petition, and I don't know exactly what his verbatim was.
I am going to bring that up. Yeah, I was going to.
Sorry, go ahead, Pete.
What do you think about the IP thing first, Pete? Before I get to the,
I don't care anymore.
I know.
I text Bill the other day. I'm like, I'm so glad Ben Affleck's not Batman. There's so much baggage around him right now. He's going around saying this. Like every time I log on to Twitter, he said something else about, I don't know, Jennifer Garner or this, or he's apologizing. I'm like, oh man, I was like, thank God we lucked out. Armie Hammer didn't get it either. He would, it's just like, I don't need this negativity surrounding the Batman.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't care. Once you hang up the cowl, bro, like, I'm sorry. I got nothing. I don't care anymore. Like, I'm just done. I'm on to the next one.
It's almost, it's not all his fault, the drama that came with it, A lot of it was
just a crazy time in his life.
Yeah, it was that, and the fact that he wasn't going to like at Comic-Con that year when he said, I'd be fucking ape on the ground for Matt Reeves. He knew he wasn't going to do that film,
Yeah, for me, it's almost like a sports mentality. Like my guy gets traded. All right, well, he's not on my team anymore, so Like I got to root for
But
my
he
guys.
it was a business decision. He wasn't going to F Warner Brothers over. He wasn't going to
for whatever reason.
and he
still wants to work with them.
Yeah, he wasn't going to F out over that movie he was promoting either, because he knew that he knew the
business practice.
Yeah, he knew the backlash, and that's what brings me. You know, when Howard, and I'm a huge Howard Stern fan, so, and I didn't know Ben was on until after the fact, so I went back and got on my Sirius and did the rewind, listened to the whole thing. I will say, Howard Stern is one of the best interviewers going right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he brings stuff out of people that you wouldn't get, and with these 2-hour interviews that are fantastic. But you know, he brought up Batman, and they did bring up the whole the whole controversy, the whole backlash when he was cast in 2013.
I remember that.
And I just thought it was funny because I'm going to read his quote directly. It says on this is from howardstern.com, and he believed he was an interesting choice to play Batman. Oh, I was all about him playing Batman. I've been wanting him to be involved with Batman for years before that. He was cast back then. But the internet begged to differ. In 2013, an online petition of 100,000 people on change.org wanted the actor to replay 97,019 signatures. 8 years later, Ben can hardly believe the backlash. I love this quote. Really? 100,000 of you sign a fucking petition? Don't you have anything better to do with your day than sign petitions? Okay. The irony of that is beyond almost commentary. Is it?
It's funny. I remember I was all for it. A lot of people were, and just like I remember when he got cast, even people at work, you know, where I was working at the time, were like, Ben Affleck, I just don't see it. Like it wasn't like, and I wasn't talking like all just raging fanboys, but it's just funny because, you know, how many years later, I guess there's different hashtags or whatever you know, whatever they want to support.
It's just, you know, every one of those almost
it's the same group of
100,000 people
they just flip sides.
Are the 100%.
Yeah,
they're the ones they're the ones getting up every day hashtagging.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
It's the same group of people,
and it's just unbelievable. Ryan, any thoughts on that? Or
I hashtag Batman every day because it's still got the yellow oval next to it, so I find that pretty fun.
And we all know we love the oval around these parts, don't we?
We do. I hashtag the Batman, #Batman, so I can get the cool emblem behind it. But that's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Great interview.
Yes, it was. You know what? Good for Ben Affleck, I say.
Yeah.
I hope he goes back to directing and writing some stuff.
He's good. I want him to make more stuff that he's proud of making and write, direct, act, do all of it, and I'll be there. I'm an Affleck fan. This was pre Batman versus Superman. I loved him as Batman and Batman versus Superman.
Dude.
Oh yes.
I love him
post Mallrats, you know. So
so I'm an Affleck fan. So yeah, I'll follow whatever he does.
Yep. All right. So
all I gotta say is
go ahead.
Pattinson and Keaton are my guys. That's it. Those are my two guys right now. You know, I got two guys, and those are the two guys. That's it. Like I got.
All right.
Those are my guys. What do you want me to do right now? They're my guys. They're Batman. They're back. Like what am I supposed to do? Ben's gone. I got these two guys, and they're my guys.
Okay.
There we go. That's it. They're my guys. Okay. Leo gets. Okay.
All right. So real quick, little Batgirl comment from J.K. Simmons I thought was interesting, and also will ignite a certain segment of fandom.
Back to back.
I mean, look, it's kind of obvious, but anyway, he says, you know, he was surprised that he was asked to come back because he thought it was over. You know, he did Justice League. He shot Justice League, and then, you know, he was in both versions, didn't do all that much, but there was plans for him to be in the Ben Affleck solo film that didn't happen. And, you know, Warner Brothers changing direction. So they call him the Batgirl. Directors call him to be Commissioner Gordon, to be Barbara Gordon's father, Commissioner Gordon, in this Batgirl movie, which is currently an HBO Max joint. I don't know if they end up moving that. They moved Blue Beetle.
They did. Yeah. So it is possible. So now we know that it could be a possibility.
Yeah. So he says besides being surprised that he is, or they were coming to me to play Batgirl's father, Commissioner Gordon, again in this new version of the universe. So clearly, I mean, it's kind of sort of the same, but it's not the same. I don't know which Gordon he is, but
find out.
You know, look, he's J. Jonah Jameson and this new Spider-Man incarnation, which is a different version of the one he played under with the Sam Raimi films. I mean, I'm glad he's back. I think you got a damn fine actor, and you got a role that everyone's liked what he got, and then maybe we'll see more and it'll be better. And this kind of is a little bit more focused on the Gordons. I'm sure he'll have a bigger role in this than he did Justice League, or probably even a Batman movie, to be brutally honest. Yeah,
because it's centered around. I'm sure. You know, it'd be interesting to see. I don't know this, but maybe Barbara still lives with her father, and she's got to dodge. And I don't know. They could do something like that. It'd be interesting. I don't know how old this Barbara Gordon is, but you know, I don't know. Simmons is a great actor. Like, is there anything? I first discovered Simmons in Oz. Like, that's where I kind of fell in love with him as an actor, and then obviously Spider-Man and such. So, you know, I even liked him in that horrible Terminator movie. So, like, I don't know. I'm sure it's probably a contract thing. I'm sure he wanted to come back. I'm sure they wanted him. The director's probably like, get a chance to work with this great actor. You know, it just makes sense. I'm like, I'm all for it. And I care less about what continuity it's in.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he was Gordon in a continuity that probably
clearly not, because everyone's
not going to exist
these
anymore.
Legacy roles, you know.
Yeah. Ryan,
I mean, Homecoming. What's it called? No Way Home.
Yeah,
it's a legacy movie.
Well, Pete's dropping J. Jonah Jameson. I'm going to go back further. He's voicing the yellow peanut M&M and the classic. The classic Christmas commercial. Yeah.
I
did not know that. That's awesome.
Now you'll see it 100% every time you see the commercial.
Wow. Okay.
You won't,
Wow.
It'll be obvious.
Santa. But I mean, I'm excited because the way things were looking was that it was the end of one universe. And we weren't going to get more of him as Gordon. And I think he's a great actor. I love the announcement that he was going to be Gordon, and like the first, you know, for the Justice League movies. So yeah, it's excitement that they're bringing him back. I don't read too much into this new version because we don't know. There's a handful of people that know all the details, and we'll watch the Flash, and then we'll watch Batgirl, and we'll see what's going on. I mean, like that to me. I don't know which one of you just said that you kind of don't care. It's like I'm kind of there too. I'm gonna watch a Batgirl movie. If as far as much as in the role, there's a lot of hints that, you know, it's somewhat using the Batgirl year one as inspiration, in which Gordon is he gets second billing in that story. So I think that'll be great to see him and Barbara's dynamic, and then see what the story asks of the two. And so I'm not worried about interconnectivity at all. I just kind of don't care. He's going to be Commissioner Gordon or Jim Gordon, and that's great.
All I want out of this Batgirl movie is her motorcycle to pop out of the side of a building. That's my one request. Outside of that, like, I'm like, guys, do whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever you think's best for the movie. But that's all I really want.
Hey, all they have to do to really, without saying it, without being overt, even with Batman in that, I mean, you can just mention Batman. You don't have to say which Batman it is. No, in Batgirl. I kind of hope they go that
route.
Ambiguous
Batman, like you want
ambiguous Batman. I mean,
just kind of like the cape leaving the window as.
I don't think Batman. Like I don't think he's even in it. I think they mentioned Batman.
Okay,
they just mentioned Batman, and because I mean, look, let this movie focus on the title character, you know, and let it be ambiguous for this movie. But I mean, look, he put him in a red wig. Be the first Gordon to actually have red hair.
I like my old man stash Gordon though.
Yeah,
I thought J.K. Simmons was he's kind of had that Tim Sale Gordon look to him, right? With that mustache.
Oh yeah, the old school. It was old school 70s.
Yeah, like I dug it. I liked it.
Yeah,
I thought it was good.
Yeah, just just make it.
I'm excited to see.
A red wig and red.
I'm excited
mustache.
to see how in depth they go in with the Gordons in general. Like, is there a James Gordon Jr. or is there not? Like, Batgirl's history is it can be a little complex depending on what you're reading. Is she Gordon's daughter? Is she his niece? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is the fun time for me. It's like Billy says, like the ride. This is the part you enjoy, because you can speculate a little bit, you can have a little fun with it, and then when you see the movie, it's over and it's just done with. So it's still in that, like, speculating, like, oh, they could do this or that or this, and that just kind of gets me a little bit more excited.
I personally, I mean, I'm not like stoked for a Batgirl movie, but I mean, I'll watch it, and I hope it's very good, and I hope it does well. I gotta get you to
watch Batwoman.
God Almighty.
Come on. I gotta get you to watch Batwoman.
I can't get into this CW stuff. I have like zero interest in this
The
Gotham
Flash is
Knights
good this
thing.
year. I've been watching Armageddon. I liked it a lot.
I mean,
I have to watch the final episode. I'm binging.
I'm still wanting Lois and Clark, Superman and Lois to go to HBO Max and get a little bit bigger budget and
I think it's good.
Move away from some of the CW type
I
of.
don't mind the CW. I like the CW
type of stuff. All right, let's get to the Batman. So y'all think that the Batman marketing is kind of kicking off, or no? Are they? I mean, what's the deal? They're going kind of slow right now, right? What do you think?
Not for me. I appreciate everything I can get. These covers were fantastic.
Yes. So what did you think about the Empire? Empire's got a big feature. Empire Magazine is doing a big feature. I think it's the 23rd of December.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out. And here's the thing that tripped me out a little bit. I don't know why I didn't know this. So I go to order it, and it's a UK magazine.
Yeah.
I think I kind of knew that, but I didn't. And so I wanted the issue of it, So I ordered one, and there's like, could be up to 8 weeks for delivery to the United States. So does this thing come? I don't know, man.
Sometimes you can catch them at a Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
Yeah, that was where for the Dark Knight back in the day, that's where I had to track and everything was kind of going to Barnes and Noble every single day. For the Batman vs Superman build up in 2016, that's where I turned digital, because I think I was able to get it digitally right away, as opposed to having to go and track.
That's what I was going to ask y'all before we get into the the details. But is it accessible in the U.S. in magazine form on book stands, or and can you get it digitally? Because I want to read this damn article.
I mean, I'd
buy
prefer
them for the cover, so I wouldn't know what the digital.
Yeah, I'd prefer physical in hand, but like I said, at least from where I'm at, there's not even. Oh yeah, it's coming someday next week. It's a total crapshoot. You have no idea. Well, I want to read it as soon as I can. I don't want to constantly read like snippets from people all over online. I want to sit and read the entire article. So then that's where there's at least I did it on the iPad. I had got the Empire app in which you can buy, and I think you can buy through them. You can buy old issues too.
Okay.
So
cool.
I mean, you could go back right now even and read the pre-2016 stuff.
The way I bought this issue is I read the article from their own, the online page with the covers, and to buy this issue, click here, and I went there, and it takes you to like a magazine store, and then it was that way. But if I get my hands on it, I ordered it, so it's coming. I don't know when it's going to come, but
I buy them for the covers. I don't read them until after the movie, really, because like I kind of don't want anything to be spoiled, especially for something like this. I kind of want to go in as cold as I possibly can.
Yeah.
It's kind of trailers early. I've been trying to dodge things, and now I'm trying to dodge Spider-Man spoilers. So it's like it's become a thing.
Speaking of that, only thing I'm going to say about Spider-Man, No Way Home. If anyone who got spoiled and spoiled yourself on purpose, there's no way you enjoyed that film as much as you could have if you didn't know shit. I knew the rumors, okay? And I'm going to say which. I'm not going to say one way or the other what the rumors are, but either way, it was still freaking awesome not to know for sure of anything, and the whole damn thing. I mean, I just don't get that shit. So whatever. Tangent over with.
All right, there we go.
Okay. So, all right. So we got the Empire thing, and the Empire covers were cool. What was your favorite one? That Jock cover was badass. I thought
the Jock cover is great.
Yeah.
My favorite. I like the one. I like both of them. I love the one with the one red one of Batman and the blue one of Selena. Like I just like the fact that I can get like a real good look at her suit, and you know, she looks like Catwoman to me. I can't wait to see in the mask. She looks like the Darwin Cook Catwoman. So she looks fantastic. I like the blue they went with there, and the Batman they went the red, and I just like how I get a real nice clean look at that suit. And
yeah,
you know, I dig it. I can't wait to see it in action and see how he builds it. I'm curious just how the movie goes about. So I'm just pumped. Just give me more pictures. Give me everything. I don't want to know anything about the movie. Just I can take still images from now until March.
Jock cover
I like,
cool. Yeah, go ahead.
I like the Batman cover. Yeah, the Pattinson one the most. Jock's was cool, of course.
Yeah.
Zoe was good, of course, but I mean, give me that Pattinson in the bat suit.
How about that Lee Bermejo variant? What is it for Batman 118?
Yeah.
You know
how I feel about Lee.
Oh my gosh.
You know how I feel about Lee.
You know how I feel about his work.
I'm not. Look, I'll just tell y'all because you know it's only the four of us here talking, or three of us here talking.
Of course.
Yeah.
I there's a good chance that I downloaded that image and had it printed at CVS for a 11 by 18 poster. And I'll have it hanging on my wall here shortly. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay.
The extension will be built soon.
I gotta, or maybe I'll hit up Lee and get something for him direct, something cool. Anyway, all right. So back to the Empire stuff. So Empire did release, a teaser pretty much of the feature, and it talks about. I'm gonna get y'all's take on this because I thought it was pretty interesting. And we kind of find out why the Nirvana song is in the first trailer and the second trailer.
Oh, nice.
And Reeves says, it's something in the way he says, "When I write, I listen to music, and as I was writing the first act of the Batman, I put on Nirvana, Something in the Way. That's when it came to me that rather than make Bruce Wayne the playboy version we've seen before, there's another version who had gone through a great tragedy and had become a recluse. So I started making this connection to Gus Van Sant's Last Days. Have you ever seen that? That's the kind of sort of Kurt Cobain biopic, but it's not Kurt Cobain.
I know about this.
Yeah.
I have not seen this.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And the idea of this fictionalized version of Kurt Cobain in that Last Days movie being being in this kind of decaying manner, I thought that was a great mix. Pattinson also got that Kurt Cobain thing where he looks like a rock star, but you can also feel like he could be a recluse. So I've said
that's interesting.
Yeah, I've said many times. I mean, people see, you saw the way he looks as Bruce Wayne with he's not like super dressed up when we see him in a suit, and he's got the long hair and all that. And I'm like, okay, this is different Bruce Wayne. He's not fully formed yet either. Batman's
he's a
not
lot
fully
less
formed.
polished than even Bale was.
Yeah, and the public Bruce Wayne, quote unquote, is not fully formed yet either. So what are your thoughts on the whole Kurt Cobain and that kind of vibe?
It's an interesting take.
Yeah.
I never would have thought of it, but I think that's pretty cool. I think it'll definitely turn some people off. I think some people want their, kind of billionaire Luffy Bruce Wayne. But like you said, this Bruce Wayne's going to evolve and grow into his character. And we kind of saw Bale's Batman do that effortlessly in Begins, right? Like he was able to go like apart from the mud to, hanging out in hotels and bathing in
but he wanted to be like this reclusive Batman. It just
Alfred kind of pushed him out of it. So
yeah.
It also kind of maybe, and now that we mentioned that, it also kind of speaks volumes to the influence of this Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that this Bruce Wayne's maybe kind of a little bit, more unhinged than the other one was, and this Alfred doesn't have as much control, right, or his influence. I don't know, Laura, what are you thinking?
I think it's different than what we've seen before. So, all right. Now, honestly, the Bale is. Playboy Bruce in the movies sometimes is a little cringy, and that's not as a negative. he's playing the part really well in that spotlight, you know.
I
but
think
it's
it,
just
yeah,
like,
isn't it that? That's
oh
the,
no,
yeah.
oh no, like it's entertaining, but it's cringy because
I'm gonna
I don't
buy
know,
this
you know,
hotel.
having to act like he's drunk at his birthday party and all of you get up, you know, just go home and stuff. I'm like, damn it. But I mean, obviously, you know why he's doing it. So this is this is a different contrast to, you know, cool, sure. Seems like it fits. That fits to what we've seen so far in this take. So, and as is, I think a lot of complaints from the small people, like the small amount of people that are complaining or nitpicking so far of what we have, you know, looks like Origins kind of stuff. It's like, well, this gives us someplace to go.
Yeah.
It definitely, like that right there is an aspect of Bruce
We're starting
Wayne
from the beginning.
on top of other things. It's not the beginning. We're not seeing Batman Begins 2.0, but we're seeing Bruce still hasn't become the character of Bruce that we know he's going to get there, but it gives him a direction to go. And I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that.
That real Bruce Wayne that we'll see in the Batman will always be there. Will always be Bruce Wayne. But he hasn't got to the public Bruce Wayne yet. Yeah. You know, and I'm sure
I wonder if he's still quote unquote missing. Like, you know, like traditionally Bruce takes like that sabbatical. I wonder if his appearance is just not public until, you know, that one moment where, you know, Alfred, I guess, well, he's more talking to Batman. I'm trying to figure out when Bruce Wayne maybe becomes a public persona.
Did you see the Japanese trailer, Pete?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I stayed away from it.
Okay. I won't say anything then.
I heard it was very spoilerish.
Yes.
I didn't read wherever if somebody had interpreted what to English of what was being narrated. I don't know any of that. I only just saw, you know, the images and a couple of the quick little extra clips we hadn't seen before. I didn't dive in any more than that because especially you said I think that Micah had come across.
My son Micah Ramey was going to break down that trailer, and then he said I did the translation of the I guess the narration, the Japanese narration or whatever, and some of the other stuff, and he's like, yeah.
That's kind of a bummer because I would have wanted to see him to do it.
Yeah, you know, I don't think the images were all that. I don't think they were very spoilerish in terms of the.
Did you know about those images going into it? Did you have any idea?
No, but it was nothing that shot me. Like I didn't say, what the fuck? Why they putting this out?
I mean, I hear that, but who am I to say what's spoiler is for somebody? Just like I've had before, people tell me, "Oh, this isn't a spoiler," and they'll say something, and the way that I was thinking, like, well, you don't know now that kind of is for me. I didn't want to know that. So when you'd mentioned that Mike has said that, I was like, "Yep, I'm not gonna dive into that one anymore." I don't want those details.
Okay. Well, you know what? Good for him. He did not do the commentary on it. Because I'm not gonna.
He almost got booted from the Facebook group. Oh, Mike! Hey now.
he said I'm not giving a. You know, it may not spoil it for everybody, but you know,
maybe the Japanese audience is a harder sell.
Maybe so. Yeah. All right, this is Pattinson on Bruce Wayne in Batman. Bruce has been hiding away. He's not really a socialite at all. He's building all these little contraptions and things with Alfred, and even Alfred thinks he's gone insane. So that speaks to the fact that he makes all this stuff. He made the Bat.
That's what I'm excited to see.
He made the Batmobile. Everything in the Batcave he made, the motorcycle, everything. He come up with this stuff, not Lucius Fox. No offense to the, Lucius
Are you
Fox.
talking bad about Nolan?
I'm not.
Oh my God. Someone record this.
I will say I am recording it. I will say I will say, as much as I love Lucius Fox and his story and his arc or whatever, his role in the Dark Knight trilogy, I do like it. I do prefer Batman making his own stuff. I do that. Bruce Wayne making his own stuff. So
that's one of my favorite scenes in Batman Returns is when he's working on the Batmobile. I like when he puts on the overalls and he does it himself too. So
you like when he does the work because you respect it when people do the work.
That's right.
And that speaks. This quote speaks to the fact he's been hiding away. He's not a socialite. you know, it's same thing that Reeves said. He also says he's been out every single night for 2 years, getting beaten up and shot and stabbed and burnt, and it shows. There's a bullet graze on the cowl right at the beginning. I don't think that's been done before. It hasn't, really. So it's
I think the Affleck suit had a couple bullet spots in the chest.
Yeah.
So it's kind of continuing on with that, but I don't think we've ever seen anything.
We've never seen a bat suit look like it's gone through the ringer. Maybe in Begins after the Scarecrow.
I thought the Affleck suit looked like it was weathered a little bit, personally. But I think you're right. Like usually, like the Kilmer and the Clooney suits, and even Keaton, they always kind of look like brand new. You could tell, like, oh, this was just right off the rubber factory into the production.
Yeah, but, I mean, they put it on. They shine it up once they have him in the suit, and he did.
But this one does look dirty. Like it's because he always looks like whenever we see him, and I guess because now we're talking about his characterization, but he always just kind of looks like muddy and tired, right? Like,
literally,
he always looks like he needs a shower throughout this movie.
That shot in that most recent trailer where he's looking up and he looks like there's mud and dirt all over
everywhere. There's a couple shots of Bruce, and like he's got the raccoon eyes now for the first time, which is great. So he always looks kind of exhausted, and it shows. Like, hey, if he's been running around for two years just getting beat up, it's gonna take a toll on his mental health, right? Mm-hmm. Like we're gonna see probably for the real first time the psychological aspect of what it takes to be Batman.
Batman ego. Anyway, Ryan.
I don't think I have much to add. It just seems more this atmosphere they're building of more realistic than what we've seen before, even. That he's gonna look like shit if he's going out and fighting people every single night. Like, body's gonna take a toll, and so like I don't know. It would match that. Maybe Bruce would be a recluse because he's like, I look like shit. I'm not going out in public like this. Not that he's so worried about his appearance, but I mean that's a media frenzy in itself, and so I don't like. Cool. I guess in the end, cool. There we go. All right.
I've liked everything I've heard about this freaking movie publicly, and my anticipation level. I have not been this excited for a Batman movie since Batman Begins. I have not.
Whoa.
And that was more than Dark, and I was more excited for that than Dark Knight. I already knew about the Dark Knight that it was going to be good because of Batman Begins. Batman Begins was the whole reason I started Batman on film, basically, and this is,
which you can hear about in the BOF Chronicles. I'm just throwing that out there.
You absolutely
Anyways, carry on.
All right. So, any final thoughts on any of this stuff?
It's all cool. It all looks good. I'm very excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to see this movie. I'm so hyped for it.
What's your anticipation level for this? I mean, based on other Batman films, or like where you at on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's like, I don't know, probably like 25. I mean, I'm flying out to Texas to see it.
Yes.
Like I'm pretty hyped for it.
But just compare.
I turned it into like a vacation. So
just like historically, in your own personal history of comic book movies, Batman, I don't care, the whole 9 yards. Where do you sit with how excited you are for this film?
I'm very excited just because of, I feel like we've been through, as a fan base, we kind of went through the ringer ourselves over the past couple of years, and I'm kind of hoping something like this will kind of unite everyone to just, top-notch film. Everyone loves it, from critics to fans to general audience. So I'm really excited. It's brand new. It's fresh. It's a new beginning. It's a new chapter. The possibilities are endless. We're going to get a new version of Oswald. I'm excited about that. Everyone knows how much I love my Penguin. So it's really high. It's Batman. Batman's my favorite. Involves one of my favorite villains, even though he has a small role. And I can't wait to see where this great director takes this franchise. So I'm very excited.
All right, Lauer, what do you think? I mean, where are you? Your personal comic book movie anticipation, excitement, where are you with, just of anyone you've ever saw, anything you wanted to see, where are you at with this, the Batman?
I think Dark Knight took my top spot of anticipation. And then behind that was probably Begins, because Begins was the first time I was going to get to see a Batman movie in a theater. Sorry. Really? And I gotta say probably Dark Knight Rises was after that, and then this.
Okay.
Because I know that, and I mean, disclaimer, what we're saying here, we have not shit on anything with the Dark Knight trilogy. Three of us love that trilogy.
Oh, wow. I worship
this
it.
Is a different,
look at my other side of my office over here.
Exactly. Yeah. They're doing stuff that's different, that's exciting, because some of it feels like we haven't seen this before. So that's cool. Let's see how it translates.
Hey, let me continue, but let me say it's not bad to say I want the Batman to be better than anything that we got in the Dark Knight trilogy. It's not
came out of the,
and it doesn't take anything away from the Dark Knight trilogy, you know?
I came out of the Dark Knight saying I just watched my favorite movie in the theater for the first time. What an awesome feeling that was. And it still holds true. It's still my favorite movie.
I was speechless.
Why wouldn't I want to see a movie that's even better than that?
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So I hope that we're blown away. But I mean, my anticipation for the Dark Knight trilogy, each one was so freaking high. This one falls right below those. So
Begins was weird because it was like, I was like, oh man, I hope they don't screw this one up. You know, like it was such a long time after Batman and Robin. We're like, I was excited. Don't get me wrong, I always get excited for a new Batman movie, but in the back of my mind, there's still the possibility, because like I wasn't really familiar with Nolan, what he was capable with. He's never, I wasn't really attracted to his movies before Batman. That's just me personally. That's who I am. Like, like unless you're my guy.
Once he plays for your team, yeah,
that's it. Exactly. Once he's on the team, he's like, I go all in and I invest. Yeah. So like, Begins, you're kind of like, oh man, I hope they get this. I hope they get this right this time, because I don't know if I can handle two in a row like that. And then it is what it is, and you get really high, like what it is, because like, you're like, oh man, Begins. Like I'm hyped for Dark Knight because I know what Batman Begins is. I know it took a lot of people a long time to realize what Batman Begins is, but like, and then Rises, everyone's just hyped, and you're like, oh my god, this is crazy. Everyone's on my team now. Like Rises, each experience was so different with that trilogy. And then when we get to the BVS portion, we were all really hyped because it's Batman and Superman. So it's like every time it was almost like for a while it was just, it kept one upping each other and then like peaked at BVS, and then it kind of crashed a little bit.
I want the Batman cereal. I want a cereal tie-in. Damn it, Mountain Dew one's coming.
The Superman one I thought was better.
I want a Superman one.
Well, they got what? They got Oreos for that, right?
They got Oreos coming. Yes, I'll be there.
Are those out?
Get it.
Are those out yet?
Oh, Oreos! Not
I haven't
Oreos,
seen
cereal.
them yet. Okay, I haven't seen them yet. But I want cereal and I want Mountain Dew, and then we'll do that social hour.
Batman. You can't
watch me
drink
eat and
the gingerbread
drink.
Mountain Dew. You're gonna drink the Batman Mountain Dew. You wouldn't even drink the gingerbread Mountain Dew.
Do you use Mountain Dew in your cereal instead of milk?
Oh my god!
I'm not a madman. I'm not a madman. God. It's a little more contained than that. It's milk.
Do you wash it down with Mountain Dew? Like you eat your cereal, you drink Mountain Dew?
I don't blend the two.
Not that much sugar.
I don't blend the two. No. So there you go. But
how are you not running around like a crazy 5-year-old with all the sugar?
Tolerance. I've been doing it for years. Bill, what do you think they're going to do with the marketing approach for these next 2.5 months? Less than 2.5 months.
I mean, I think
we're guaranteed another trailer, right? I don't need one, but it's.
I don't need one. I don't know if I want one.
Yeah.
But I think that the media stuff is going to start going off the rails here pretty soon, especially I don't see how in the hell they don't. I really don't.
How long do you think they go? Do you think they go because it's expensive? I don't know. Do you think they go a whole minute?
Shit, it's Warner Brothers. I mean, they got the money.
I'm sure they do.
Just think about it.
Discovery has it.
It is literally 2 weeks before the film comes out, and you have that big of a captive audience.
What they should do, the halftime show should be like the first minute and a half of the movie.
Oh, it should be
no dancing, no singing.
The halftime, the Super Bowl halftime show have it brought to you by the Batman.
Yeah.
You know,
have the car drive around the field.
Halftime show is Dr. Dre, Snoop, and Eminem. They all in the middle of it just take a seat on a couch and watch 2 minutes of the Batman, and then they get up and then they keep going again for the second half. Bring it on! Oh my god! But no, I didn't know, because we knew what they did with the Dark Knight. Obviously, they made
Yeah.
the Joker such a huge part of that. And
That
as
was
you guys said
brilliant.
on the last social hour, like, is that what they're starting up again with the Riddler
Well,
stuff? So,
We've
never seen anything like that since that movie.
No,
since Dark
Pete and I
Knight.
talked about that in the last one. That this, the whole, the Wing Rat, this website that's up, stuff's coming with that, and who knows? Maybe they have some other of these, viral websites that'll pop up that have. But I've always, and y'all been on these shows with me. I've said, God, and I didn't think it was going to happen because it was getting, hell, it was December, and I'm like, the Riddler is such a perfect character to do a viral campaign with.
Yep.
It's weird because I thought after Dark Knight it would take off, and it never did. Like, it's like no one even attempted to do anything like it ever again because it was done to perfection.
You know what? It was a happening, man. That thing was a happening. That's where I'm scratching
my brain a little, because we just got the Riddler one and we were 3 months out, or just under 3 months out. The Joker started a year before.
It was like
May.
the Comic-Con before the movie.
May,
and
they
they
started
really
in May of 2007.
Year, right?
Yeah.
And they really took their time with that, brought along the I Believe in Harvey Dent campaigning as well. Like that was their pursuit. And I was like,
all those t-shirts.
That's kind of why I think that built into the excitement for me. But they did that, and this was the first piece was just under 3 months. Mm-hmm. Which, not saying that they needed to get rolling a year ago or anything like that, but it just makes me wonder how much are we going to get of that? Because I remember Batman vs Superman, they launched the like Luthor Corps website or something, but then didn't do anything with that. And then they launched some kind of like half-assed who will win, Batman or Superman thing that just like tanked instantly. They didn't do anything with that.
There's no way in hell that what we're seeing on that website right now is all there is. There's just no way. And I don't have any inside information on that. Trust me, I promise. It's set up. I told Pete, I think on our last social hour, that the Riddler, it does the live streaming in the Batman. We've seen that in the trailer. So that's not not a spoiler. It looks like they're going to do something with that.
I hope so.
And
that'd be awesome.
I'm sure there's going to have to be breaking codes, and people have to figure out stuff and all that, And
I hope that they do some more Lego. Give me some more Lego.
What else did you get? Wayne, did you get the Batcave yet? Like, what else could they do?
I did that one's pretty cool. I love.
That's not bad. I'm sure that's a less expensive one.
Pattinson's bike. That's only $15, and then this is the car chase like we saw in the trailer. That's your boy Oswald right there.
Yeah, I saw that.
That one's pretty cool. I haven't gotten the cave yet.
Are you not going to get that like $300 Lego Batmobile with the remote control or whatever it is? There's that really expensive version. You're not gonna
I draw a line, Pete, at $250.
Okay. All right. We can go on and on. Let's. We could go on. Anything else? Any final comments about any of this we talked about? I know I've already asked that one.
I'm looking forward to Spider-Man. I'm seeing it Sunday, which is tomorrow at 8:00. I've muted the hell out of Twitter. I've muted people. I've muted phrases. I've muted actors' names. So nothing has been spoiled for me, and I think I could just stay off the internet for the most part. So
I muted Dick Shoes, but besides that, I'm good.
And I quote tweeted you muting Dick Shoes just for the spirit of retweeting and quote.
I guess I'll have to take that to the next level.
All right. Let's plug stuff. Ryan, go ahead.
Sir. You can follow all of my reviews, interviews, and such on Batman on Film proper. The last review I did was for Batman 118, which that issue I loved. You can also follow my podcast, The Batman Book Club, on Twitter at The Batman BC. You can listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts. A new episode, the Christmas episode, is about to drop, that focuses on the Batman Adventures Holiday Special #1, which many people will know was the what inspired the Holiday Nights cartoon for the Batman Adventures. The last two episodes featured these two gents right here. The last one was Gotham by Gaslight with editor-in-chief of Batman on Film, Bill Jett Ramey. And then before that was the November wrap-up episode, Broke Records. Download records with Peter Verra from Straight Outta Gotham. So look that up, have a listen, read more Batman comics.
You didn't say it in the voice.
I know. Read more Batman comics. There you go. Better now.
You can follow me on social media. That's Twitter, Instagram, Zack Snyder's favorite hero at Pete Illustrated. You can follow podcast number 1, podcast that I co-host with the champion of Long Island, Eric Holzman, Straight Outta Gotham at straight_O_G on both Instagram and Twitter. We have a Facebook group and a Facebook fan page. Please consider joining both. Check out podcast number 2, the Italian Spider-Man Coalition podcast that I co-host with Nico and Nick Caruso. That's fun. We just finished reviewing all the live action pre-MCU Spider-Man movies. So the latest one we did was amazing, and that's cool. And we did a little thing about the comics, and we talked about the Feast of the Seven Fishes, so it was holiday related. Check out at Team Yellow Oval as we just celebrate everything about the Yellow Oval returning in the Flash. Check out my reviews of Detective Comics on BatmanOnFilm.com, and check out Batman on Film YouTube because I have interviews with Michael Houston over there. And if you want to hear him talk about how he got the rights to Batman and Chris Nolan and Tim Burton and all that cool stuff, who doesn't want to listen to it over and over again? So check out Batman on Film YouTube for that. And that seems to be all.
Thanks for letting me go first, Bill.
You
got the pro. Follow me up.
I don't like having free time, so I like having my hands in a lot of projects.
BOF, there's a few perks with BOF if you're involved. So
and hanging out with Michael Houston was one of them. That was a great experience.
One-on-one with Lee Vermejo also. So
yes.
BOF perks.
Yep. Okay. Well, all I'll say is that I hope you two have a good Christmas this coming week.
You too.
What do y'all any big plan? What any, you know what? I'm gonna piss people off. So anybody cooking anything up really good? What do you do a certain meal on Christmas Eve and then do you do something on Christmas Day, or I mean, how does that all that go?
Christmas Eve for us is the Feast of the Seven Fishes. It's like an Italian thing, so as much seafood as possible, and it's there's some delicious stuff out there. And it's weird. My grandmother makes these. They're called scringilis, and it's basically a sea snail, and it's just a big conch, and it's crazy. Like most people look at it like, how do you eat that? But I don't know. There's some good seafood out there that we eat on Christmas Eve, and it's like my favorite time of the year. It's definitely my favorite meal of the year.
Woo, Ryan.
We don't have some kind of. We're not, because this isn't a negative on it. We don't have that kind of spread that Pete does. But it's because I have my immediate family, we do a Christmas, and then I've got all of us extended family, we do a Christmas, and then I go to the fiance's family for Christmas. But we do almost like shaved deli meats, chip dip, chip dip, cheese dip, and like stuff like that. Not a big portion or a turkey like Thanksgiving part 2. We just do like quick grab food because we're constantly going back in and out with gifts, exchanges, conversations, stuff like that. So it's always filling for sure, but keep it a little simple.
Yeah, definitely. I got photos of my Instagram. It's pretty crazy.
I want to see that.
Lie.
Yeah, I do a gumbo on Christmas Eve. That goes back to my maternal grandmother, where I get my Cajun blood.
Mm-hmm.
And then Christmas Day, I'll do a fried turkey again. And
I always wonder why we have the turkey on Christmas Day. I always tell everyone we shouldn't do it. Like, what's the point? But we always end up eating it at like later in the evening for snacks. So
is it going to be another Dark Knight trilogy viewing?
Oh
Christmas
yes.
event?
Oh yes. Thank you for reminding me.
All
Look at I'm excited. I will watch them all 3 back to back at some point over the next 2 weeks. And let's see what else. Oh, I'm going to a bowl game, really a college bowl game up here in Frisco. I'm going to the not the Frisco Bowl, but it's the same place. I think it's Wednesday. It's University of North Texas, University of North Texas versus Ohio University. Yeah, and it's right over here in Frisco. So.
I was wondering because I was like, wait, Texas didn't make it into a bowl game.
Hell no, they suck. We sucked this year.
Bad.
No, it's my son goes to UNT, so which is right up here, North Texas. So we're going to go to the bowl game. Cool. They're playing up here. All right, that's all I got. We all plugged everything, and happy holidays and happy New Year. If I don't, I'll talk to y'all. I'll talk to y'all anyway. But if we don't do another show between now and New Year's, then enjoy that as well. So. For Pete and Ryan Lauer, spelled like lower, I am Bill. We'll catch you next time. Anybody want to do it? Batman on film.
Authoritative, definitive, the
Daggum original.
Thanks for listening to the Batman on Film Social Hour, Jett's official BOF podcast and vlog. Follow Jett on Twitter at Batman on Film. For BOF news only on Twitter, follow at the Batman on Film. For Jett and everyone at BOF, I'm announcer Rachel. Authoritative, definitive, the original, Batman on Film.